What's going on? It's Astronaut H, and this is the What More Do You Want Network. Now, in this video, I will be discussing the first round playoff matchup. This is a preview of the Lakers and Memphis Grizzlies matchup. Man, let me first start off by saying I'm excited for this series. Of course, the young Memphis Grizzlies with Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson Jr., Dylan Brooks, Desmond Bain, who I like a whole lot, and the Los Angeles Lakers. What else can you say about the Lakers, right? LeBron James, Anthony Davis, the acquisitions of so many pieces from D'Angelo Russell to Rui Hachimura to the emergence of Austin Reeves. It's a lot that can be said about the Los Angeles Lakers in this, scenario, beating the Minnesota Timberwolves and becoming the 7th seed, but going up against a Memphis Grizzlies team who I think, even after losing Steven Adams and Brandon Clark to injuries and all of the other issues outside of, in between the lines of the basketball court with Ja Morant, they are still one of the better teams in the Western Conference. We know what they're capable of. Acquiring a Luke Kennard, who's a really, really good shooter, to go along with Desmond Bain. You have a Jaren Jackson Jr. in the middle who's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. I mean, when I look at the Memphis Grizzlies, top to bottom, I think they have a good coach. I think they have pieces around not only Ja, but I believe they have pieces in place that if Ja goes to the bench, you bring in a guy like Tyus Jones. You bring in certain pieces and they all fit together well. I like Kenny Lofton Jr. too also, but I don't think he will get a lot of playing time in this particular series. But to look at the Lakers also, first year head coach Darvin Ham, and to where they were to where they are, that's definitely a testament not only to him and his coaching staff, but also the players. Losing LeBron for extended periods of time, losing Anthony Davis for an extended period of time, and still being able to put pieces together. Shout outs to Rob Pelinka also, because, nobody knew what the Lakers were going to look like at this stage of the season. Having a Russell Westbrook and now having what you have as a roster constructed, I believe the Lakers are better equipped than what they were, at the beginning of the season because of the pieces that they, put together around LeBron and AD. Now, granted, I always say this about the Lakers. I believe they can only go as far as Anthony Davis is willing to take them. I don't believe in year 20, LeBron should be, the head of that basketball team as far as getting it done. I believe LeBron should ride Anthony Davis' coattail a little more, at this stage in his career. Not saying he's not able to get it done when necessary, but I don't believe LeBron should be the one having to go out there and score 35 points, for them to just be in the game. That should be Anthony Davis' job. Like I said, the emergence of Austin Reeves. You have a Dennis Schroeder. You have a D'Angelo Russell, Rui Hachimura, a Malik Beasley, a Vanderbilt. You have the pieces to go along with what you want to accomplish. At least I think so. But again, in this particular series, I just think that the Grizzlies will be a little bit too much for the Lakers. I don't see a situation where it becomes this series becomes too much for the Grizzlies. Now, granted, like I said, the Lakers do have a Hall of Famer and two top 75 players. Now, granted, they do, but I believe when I look at the matchups, I don't see situations, or I don't see on paper where I'm like, man, only if the Grizzlies had a player to counteract that player. I don't say that. I don't see, we know what LeBron is capable of. It's LeBron James, one of the greatest basketball players ever. But when you look at who's going to really contain Ja, Desmond Bane is really my X factor on that team. Dylan Brooks is going to do Dylan Brooks type of things. He might even get thrown out of game. I don't know. But they both have rim protectors. It's going to be interesting to see what rim protector gets in foul trouble a little earlier than the other. I know they both have stretch bigs. So, like I said, I think the Jaren Jackson, Anthony Davis matchup cancels each other out. I think Ja Morant gets the better of the point guard matchup. Of course, we know what LeBron is capable of, but I think that shooting guard matchup, Desmond Bane has that, regardless who the Lakers choose to put on him. I believe that it's going to come down to bench play, rotations, and ultimately it's going to probably come down to X's and O's. Who is executing late in these basketball games? Seriously. Now to who I think will win this series, I think it's going to be it's going to be gutted out. I feel like I don't feel like it's going to be too many blowouts. Blowouts do hurt, but I don't feel like it's going to be too many blowouts. I think it's going to be fairly close until the end. But I do see the Memphis Grizzlies beating the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round of this year's NBA playoffs. I see it going 6 games, Memphis winning 4-2, and moving on to the second round. I think that they have a little more in the tank than the Lakers in this season. Like I said, I didn't see the Lakers getting this far. I didn't see them getting this far. I'm not saying did I see them being a 7 seed, but I didn't see them getting this far where they were at before the trade deadline. They made some moves. They are the 7th seed, and I think that they will not upset the Memphis Grizzlies. I believe the Grizzlies will go on to the second round after beating the Los Angeles Lakers in the first round 4-2. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Lakers fans, Grizzlies fans, NBA fans, or if this is just your first time tuning into the channel, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next video.